Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mel Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru has launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running daily for 365 days. Yep. And today is the 52nd day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. We call a land desert when the level of organic matter in it is below 1%, which is the case of most agricultural lands in Africa. African countries need the most the implementation of the safe soil policies, but unfortunately most of the African citizens and leaders are still sleeping on this. They still don't realize the danger of the desertification, because food wars have already started in some places in the world, and they're going to hit us. As the American coach Jim Rohn said, there are two kinds of pain: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Now we need to be disciplined to implement the safe soil policies. Otherwise, we will be in deep pain of regret. Discipline means freedom. Regret means slavery. If you choose to be disciplined, then you are free. But because it's in your hand, it's you who decides to be disciplined, and you can do something about it. But if you choose to be in the regret, then the pain of regret is very painful, and it's slavery because it's not in your hands anymore. You can't change it. You will only cry about it. He also said that before you seek the exotics, you must first master the basics. Unfortunately, here in Morocco, we do it the exact opposite. We lack wisdom, unfortunately. We seek the exotics first, and then we cry about the basics of life that we need right now in Morocco, because I see Moroccan people, citizens and leaders preparing for summer festivals. Yes, it's good to have summer festivals, but these are exotic things in life. What we need is the basics, and the basics are food and water, and we're going to run out of them if we don't act now. It is called soil extinction. It's the agricultural soil which is going extinct, and actually it is the biomass insects living in the soil which are destroyed and killed by billions. Now, desertification leads to 6 global issues: 1, food crisis; 2, water scarcity; 3, loss of biodiversity; 4, climate change; 5, loss of livelihood; and 6, conflicts and migration. These 6 global issues are already very dangerous, very impactful, and they will become more dangerous and more impactful and more malignant over the time. Let's see them in close details. The first one is food crisis. In 20 years, 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound this doesn't sound good already, and it will definitely not look good, because more people and less food means war, civil wars for food. And right now, approximately 2 billion people in the world suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to a multitude of diseases. Not only this, right now, today, we have enough food to feed the whole world. We have everything. We have the technologies, the transportation tools, the food, everything we need to feed the whole world. But still, millions of people continue to die by starvation till this day. But what's missing if we have everything to feed everyone? What's missing? It's the most important thing, which is humanity. We're missing humanity. We're humans without humanity. So, what's the point of calling us humans? If we lack humanity, we should not be called humans. We should be called something else, like other animals. It's because the heart of people is like stone. We need to soften our hearts to become humans. As they say, if we become humans, divinity will come to seek us. Divine creatures, God, will come in searching for us. Humanity is the key. It's time to become human as we were meant to be. The second biggest, or the second global issue, is water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, floods and droughts. Organic matter in the soil can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third biggest global issue is the loss of biodiversity. During the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil are gone. Scientists are saying that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. We're talking about billions of life forms. This is a genocide. These biomass insects living in the soil are responsible for the quantity of vitamins and nutrients present in fruits and vegetables. So, the more biomass insects are present in the soil, the better for us. So depleted soils means depleted food. Depleted food means depleted humans. Depleted humans means more consumption of the medicines and from the drugstore. But we need to understand that the industry of medicines is considered one of the most three big industries in the world. We live in a matrix. It's a negative matrix. In this negative matrix, the lobbies, the members of the hidden societies, they don't care about the masses, about us, about our health, physical and mental health. They don't care about our well-being. They only care about money making. So when we eat depleted food, we become sick physically, we become weak. When we become weak, we consume more medicines. And this keeps the biggest three industries to stay in their positions, which are the industry of armaments, weaponry, the industry of alcohol and cigarettes, and the industry of medicines, big pharma. Besides this, not only we will have good physical health and not buying medicines and seeking doctors anymore when we apply the safe soil policies, but also there has been enough scientific studies showing that not only what you consume determines your level of consciousness, but the land on which you walk upon. This may sound strange, but it's a reality. There has been studies showing that the land on which we walk upon determines the level of consciousness that we have. Most people in the cities think that they're smart than the people, that they're smarter than the people living in the jungle. The scientists are proving the contrary. They're showing us that it's the contrary. It's the people living in the jungles who are more intelligent than people living in the cities. The people living in the jungle, they teach their children. They say about soil, they call soil mother. In the cities, we call soil dirt because we lack understanding and wisdom. They have understood that soil determines ourselves. It's our mother. We came from soil, and when we finish here on this planet, we return back to soil. This is a realization. Whether we realize it now while we are still alive, or we realize it when they bury us, everything comes from the soil. The enrichment of the soil is very crucial for all of us to have good health and to live to our full potential. Now, if we implement the safe soil policies, which call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil, this will not only enhance the people's good health, it will also enhance their consciousness and level of intelligence. This is why so much resistance about it, because the masses, the lobbies, the hidden societies, the controllers of the world, the programmers of the matrix don't want people, the masses, to be aware, to be conscious. Because if they're conscious, they will change everything. We will not allow armament to be the first industry in the world, alcohol and cigarettes to be the second, medicines to be the third. So, when When we stop these things, we will have a peaceful world. Now, when we have the first industry, biggest industry in the world as medicines, weaponry, military, this means that this world will never have peace. And top scientific researchers go directly to the military. We're in 2024. We're not in the 40s during the Second World War. But we're still trying to figure out how to kill people well. Enough is enough. Top scientific studies must go to education, to healthcare, and no more to the military. Enough of killing, enough of wars. We've had enough. Besides, we will not survive a World War III. It will be too devastating for the planet, for the humans, for everything and everybody. This is why we need to be aware of our actions, of our choices. We're living in a negative matrix. And why we have allowed these things, it's because we don't think by ourselves. We think as a collective paradigm. It's the paradigm which controls our choices and behaviors. And the paradigm belongs to the lobbies. Now the lobbies have programmed us, and now we are building their world. A world that sucks. To change this, we need to change the root of the problem, which is our paradigm, our belief systems. We have limiting beliefs. We have taken lies as truths. We need to change this now. Because if we don't change this, the world will remain the same. Actually, it will become worse. Food wars are coming, and they're coming to hit us. There will be famines, a lot of civil wars, and those who have the biggest guns will have the food and water. This is the dream of the devil and of the lobbies, the hidden societies, because they're working for the devil. They have hidden agendas for us. Agendas to kill the masses, the people, to torture the people. Already they have done. The coronavirus is a man-made virus. The vaccine was destined to block the DNA activation, because in the people only 10% of our DNA is activated and 90% of it is still dormant. There are hidden superpowers waiting to be unleashed, activating in humans. And these hidden societies don't want the masses to know these things. The difference here is in the information. Because knowledge is power. Those who have the knowledge will have the advantage. These hidden societies have the knowledge, they have the advantage of knowledge. This is why they're the elites. They have more money, more power. Actually, they represent only 1% of the global population. At the same time, they hold 99% of the global wealth. My mission is to empower the masses and to dismantle the hidden societies. No more hiding, because we're all equal in God's eyes. The fourth global issue is climate change. carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. If soil is not revitalized, it could release 850 billion tons of carbon dioxide in the air, which is more than all the human emissions during the last 30 years. It's not that carbon dioxide is bad, it's about where it is located. If it's in the soil, it's good, it's a good fertilizer. But if it's in the air, it's bad, it causes global warming. So soil is very important for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. Thousands of farmers have committed suicide because of desertification. Just in India, during the last 30 years, their numbers reached 300,000 farmers. Globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. It is estimated that desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. This is another form of genocide, an economic genocide. I'm sure that if we implement the safe soil policies in all countries of the world, we will not reach such a huge number, because safe soil policies don't call for something that costs a lot of money. It's just about awareness. Most farmers do farm in the wrong way. They're contributing in the biomass destruction without knowing it. When farmers plow the land, they expose the biomass insects who are hidden under the ground in the soil, in the shade. When they plow the land, they expose them to the sun rays and they are burned to death. The best way to do farming is called agroforestry, which means to plant bushes and trees in the farming land. And when they plow the land, these biomass insects remain under the shadow of the bushes and trees. They remain hidden from the sun rays, and they stay alive, and they can proliferate and stay alive. The more insects and biomass insects are living there, the better it is for the soil, the better it is for the food. This makes food rich in vitamins and nutrients, and it makes people feel healthy and alive. All these things are attacks. Soil depletion is an attack from the devil and his children to humanity. We need to be aware of these things, of these attacks, to counter-attack them. I will say to you, I will share with you some attacks that has been made against us. This environment destruction is an attack to destroy the nature by growing the cities and building more and more buildings and industries and destroying nature. Because nature, trees, give give us oxygen that we breathe. And oxygen is the first food for the body. It's called the pranic energy. The more you consume oxygen, the less food you will need. Because oxygen is also considered food. Now, we have been attacked by the matrix since childhood, by the way we sit at school. Every child knows that school sucks. They hate school. And they're right. There's nothing funny there because it's obliged the children, instead of playing and go jumping around, to sit down in one place. This is killing for a child. And this long hours of sitting the wrong way, it misalign the spine. When our spine is misaligned, the quantity of oxygen that we breathe is immensely reduced. That's one. Second, we have a back pain. Back pain, as a bonus, most people have back issues because of this way of sitting at school and in the office, at work. Then there is the cutting of the trees, which lowers the quantity of oxygen in the air. There are more and more vehicles production, which increases the level of carbon dioxide and monoxide dioxide in the air and other toxic gases by making more toxic gases and less oxygen. So they have attacked the quantity and the quality of our oxygen, because this is to control our growth. Then there is the desertification, the soil attack, by depleting the soil from organic matter, from biomass insects. As I said, during the last 30 years, 80% of them is gone. They're dead. The planet Earth is dying slowly. The dying of the planet is the dying of people sooner or later. This is the second attack on people's food. The first food is oxygen. The second food is food that we eat, fruits and vegetables. Then the third attack, this is the chaos, the knockdown. It's the attack of the paradigm, the programming of the imagination of people. Because as Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. There is a superpower in every human, which is the power of creation. Every human can create what they believe. Albert Einstein said it better. He said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And what are the life's coming attractions? It's the future. So imagination is the key to the future. Most people think that the future is unknown. It's something known and controllable. And the masses, the lobbies, the hidden societies know this. And they have controlled the future of humanity by controlling their imagination. Because most of them are narcissistic people. And the narcissist craves two things: control and attention. This is all about control. Now, how about doing something unexpected from them? Because this is what you were meant to do, what you were meant to be, an unexpected potential. We don't know what you can do really. Only we know that your potential is unlimited because you were created in God's image. There is power within you. And they want to take away this power by controlling you. My job is to give you back your power so that you can create a world of your own. You can create a new matrix, a positive matrix, and not a negative one. because this is our birthright. We were created in God's image. We were sent here to be co-creators with God, to create a life that is beautiful. There is abundance in the universe. Look at the stars. Look at the billions of life forms on this planet. This is not scarcity. Scarcity mindset comes from the devil. What comes from God is abundance, prosperity, wealth, freedom for everybody and everyone. As Mahatma Gandhi said, in this world, there is enough for every man's need, but there isn't enough for every man's greed. The problem is that we have greedy people in the position of leadership, taking decisions for the masses, because the masses are still asleep, they're dormant, they're still absent. The leaders in democratic countries, democracy means that it's the people who rule. The leaders are just there to fulfill the people's demands. But now in underdeveloped countries, the leaders are there to take decisions. They're not taking decisions. They're pretending to be leaders, because the real nature is that they're followers. They're following the orders of the lobbies, the hidden societies, the children of the devil. This is why we still have wars. We have diseases. We have misery. We have people dying by starvation in some regions of the world. And if we keep sleeping on this, our region will be the same as we see in the television. They were preconditioning us and pre-programming us during these long years of watching the news to remain in the fearful states of mind, so that we keep feeding the devil. Because as they say, worry is the worship for the devil. Worry, anxiety, depression, hatred, jealousy, all the negative stuff comes from the devil. They don't come from God. What comes from God is peace, joy, love, prosperity, wealth, abundance. So please, my friends, if you haven't joined yet the Safe Soil movement, I encourage you to do so, because we need more people. We need more aware and conscious people about what's going on, about this matrix, and where are we going. We are going to the food wars, the civil wars. We are going to create hell in cities for people. We should not allow these things to happen. We should decide about our future, and the first place to begin this work is in our minds. We cannot change people. We can change people by only one way, by changing ourselves, by changing our mindset. We need to do this shift from scarcity mindset to abundant mindset. This is the only way, and this is the best way to change the world for the better. The world needs you. You have a calling as everyone else. We are all part of the bigger picture. It's like a mosaic of people. It's a masterpiece, and you need to do your part. You need to listen to your heart and to do your calling. You have a mission here on this planet. You don't go through sufferings just in vain. There is purpose behind it. There is something that you can do, that you have to do. It's your life's mission. Try to find it, and know that no one has ever started at the top. As Confucius said, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. The key here is to never stop, never quit, never give up. Always continue to go, to grow, and take this rule. Everyone and everything, anyone and anything that is not helping you to grow, helping you to become a better version of yourself, to be better, to improve your life, to improve yourself, to work on yourself, to help you to be the best version of you. You need to cut them off. They have nothing to do in your life. They're just wasting your time and your energy. You don't have time to waste here. We've wasted enough times. Now it's time for change. It's time for work on ourselves. As Jim Rohn said, you will succeed when you will work at yourself harder than you work at your job. It's possible. No one has ever started at the top. And Confucius said, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. The key is never to stop, never to give up. Keep striving. Keep fighting for your dreams. If you give up on your dreams, they're dead for real. If you stop believing in yourself, you will fail. As the French coach David Laroche said, si tu arrêtes d'y croire, tu vas échouer. When you stop believing in it, you will fail. So your belief is very important. As long as you believe, you have a chance to win. Don't stop believing, don't stop trying. As the Dr. Idris Aberkan said, failure is a platform for success. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to lose. You may lose friends, money. You may lose yourself, your personality. It's okay. These are replaceable things. But the only thing that you must keep sure you never lose, it's God. Because if you lose God, you are lost forever. If you lose the other things, they're replaceable. They can be restored, or they can be replaced by something better. But if you lose God, you are lost forever. Put God first, and other things shall be added to you. Don't think just about earning, just about money making. Don't be like these hidden societies and lobbies, thinking only about money. Have some heart, be a human being. Seek to please God. Don't be a people pleaser. Follow your heart. Honor your feelings. Your feelings are there to guide you to do the best choices in your life. They're like your GPS in cars. GPS are in cars to show them the road, the right path. Your feelings are your GPS. They're there to guide you, to show you what's better for you. Honor them. Listen to them. It might be hard because you'll need to fight to go against the matrix. It's okay. It's better to please God than to please people. As they say, no one has ever hurt following their heart. You cannot be hurt if you follow your heart. You will not hurt your feelings. You will be happy. You will be satisfied by yourself. You will have the self-respect, self-love, self-honor. Everything begins with the self. The world, the outside world, is just a reflection of what you give to yourself. You must give yourself first what you want, then others will give it to you. Everything comes from you, as they say. The human spine is the axis of the universe. You are the center of the universe. Your universe. How many universes are there? I don't know. Maybe as many as humans are there. Everyone is living in the universe. If you want to break free from this matrix, it's like swimming against the current. To swim against the current in an agitated sea, you need big muscles. It's same also here. If you want to break free from the matrix, you need to become stronger than others. You need to be willing where others are not willing to go. In order to have things that others don't have, you need to be willing to do things that others are not willing to do. Some sacrifices. Persistency is key. Refusing to give up. Keep improving yourself. Keep seeking, trying again and again and again. It doesn't matter how much you fail. Keep pushing forward. And pray to God to help you. Because we cannot do this alone. We must be humble enough to acknowledge that there is a bigger force, a bigger power guiding our steps, controlling everything, creating the planets, the stars, the whole existence, and orchestrating our lives, circumstances and events, so that we can learn from these experiences and gain power, strength and wisdom. Anyway, I thank you guys for following. Thank you for your time, for your attention. I wish you the best. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil, let's make it happen. Salute.